My name is Faye Smith. I'm the founder of Faye Smith Agency. I've been a professional makeup and hair artist full-time since 2008. In today's episode, we're going to talk about whether a beauty technician should offer fall and winter discounts. As we know, especially in the wedding hair and makeup world, the summertime, we are booked and busy. We're literally turning work away. We don't have days off. And then the winter comes and literally every artist is messaging me being like, is there any work? Is there any work? You know, you go back into your desperate, starving artist mode because the flow in the makeup and hair world, especially in the beauty industry as a whole, I think, the flow it's like a roller coaster. It's all over the place. We have peaks and we have lows. So when you have those lows, should you offer some discounts to try and obtain work, or should you just like chill, relax, and enjoy your downtime? So if being a makeup and hair artist or a beautician is your full-time gig, and you want to make sure you still have sufficient work in the slow seasons, then offering small discounts, little perks, can definitely draw more clients in and give you a more steady year-round income. So here's what we do at Faye Smith Agency. During the summertime, in the peak bridal season, we are not giving discounts on anything. We are trying to survive the busyness. We don't even have time to run a sale if we wanted to, nor do the extra services. So nothing gets run in the summertime. Now, when it gets to winter time, fall is kind of like it's still busy. We've done all the trials. It's still busy. Halloween's coming. Halloween's insane. But when it gets to like November, December, January, February, March, you're getting into that real winter season. There's a real low in bookings, and it can be really scary if you're relying on this to like pay your rent and buy groceries. So there's less inquiries for the winter dates, especially in the wedding world. Not as many people are getting married in the slow season. So there's more competition. They'll be reaching out and they may not be looking for like the very best artist. They may be looking for a great artist that's offering a good price as well. Off-season brides tend to be, not categorizing everybody entirely, but they are often a bit more budget conscious. They're getting better deals. Like the venues will give discounts, so giving little perks is good. So while you don't necessarily need to, immediately offer it when you're in conversation with the bride, if you feel like, you need to offer the discount, then offering 10 to 15% could actually win you that booking over somebody else that they were considering. As well, like if you're not doing makeup and hair, you're doing like other beauty services in a salon, lashes, brows, people tend to get all these services done more in the summer when they're, out. You may need to draw people in more by offering, discounts. Like in the salon, we can take on a lot more bookings in the salon because it tends to be more during the week or on an evening when we wouldn't have hair and makeup bookings anyway. So we may offer 20% discount on some of our most popular services. And you do find that, some of the customers that used to be regulars that have, dwindled off, that they see that deal and they come back. So I do definitely believe in being strategic. You don't want to undercut yourself, of course. We're all trying to get paid our rate, and make a living for ourselves in the beauty industry, which is already very difficult. But in the off season, like I said, when there's more competition for that job, there's lots of starving salons wanting to book people in for lashes, I think it is advantageous to the customers and to yourself as the business owner or the freelancer to offer a little bit of a perk in the off season. If this is not your full-time job and you just do it on the weekend, then maybe take the winter off to rest. Offering a discount in the fall and winter, is it beneficial? Yes. How do you decide how much discount you're going to give? That depends on your numbers. You need to think about what your equipment costs, what any marketing to run the promotion may cost, and then what you're left with afterwards. And just making sure that you're actually still left with something. That's why I generally stick to like the 10 to 20% range. However, if you have the wiggle room to offer more of a discount, it's obviously going to be even more appealing to customers. If you offer 25%, for example, it's so much nicer to customers than 20%. So more people may book it. So if you can offer more, or if you're really going through a really slow time, maybe offering that little bit more, 25% for a specific time, for a specific 2-week period when you're super, super quiet. that could be beneficial to you in the long run. It may attract new customers. It might make those new customers refer more people, so running promotions can do more than just making you a little bit of extra money in a slow season. It can also bring in new customers and overall grow your business as a whole. So how do you market your promotion, and do you go as far as paying for ads? Good question. I've done all of the above. So the number one thing that I can recommend to people is a fairly affordable and very effective marketing method, and that's internal email campaigns. You can use MailChimp. It's a more pricey as you grow your contacts, but it's a great place to begin when you don't have that many contacts. Flowdesk is one that I'm using right now. That is absolutely fantastic because building your email list is basically adding every single customer, every single friend, every single person that's ever inquired with you, all goes onto this email list. They're people who are already invested in you and your business, so they're more likely to open that email when you send the email campaign. Like if you're already invested in a specific brand, for example, like I really love Charlotte Tilbury, for example, and when she emails me a campaign, I'm always going to open it because I'm already invested. So email campaigns for me are a great, mostly free and very effective way to market promotions. Obviously, you can do like Instagram stories. I find is really engaging too. I really do find like people like Instagram stories because they're just kind of like clicking through that at the top there, and they can easily reply and have a quick little chat with you. I'd say if I was going to put some money into running a campaign, like Instagram stories is a great way a great spot to show up at. I find like throwing it out there on Instagram posts and reels is all good and everything, but I think often it kind of like just gets lost in people's feed. So trying to get directly to them a little bit more through Instagram stories and email campaigns, I find is the most effective. Of course, there's, throwing it out there on TikTok. It's never going to be bad to post those things. Like I do always at least put up a post, and then once I put that post up, I try to regularly share it on the story. I don't know why. I find it's more beneficial. You can also like print some cute little flyers and put them around your store if you have a physical location. That's always going to kind of like draw the attention of anyone who's in the salon physically. Again, people who are already invested in you because they're already in the salon. Now, if it goes as far as like paying for ads, I have paid for Google ads before that have worked very, very well. I would say either hire someone who knows what they're doing or learn exactly what you're doing. You can waste a lot of money on places like Google Ads if you have no idea what you're doing. You want to get very specific and target the people that are actually in the area that you service and actually looking for the services that you offer. If you're on Wedding Wire, you can put a little promo out on Wedding Wire. I do find that I get a lot of inquiries through there too. And then on Yelp, I absolutely hate Yelp, but people do go there for deals. So that's an obvious place to put a deal because people are deal shopping. Just be prepared that you're then going to be absolutely bombarded with phone calls from Yelp for the rest of your life after that. But you may get a few customers. So to summarize everything that we've spoken about today, is it beneficial to offer discounts in the fall and winter? Mostly yes. If you are doing this full time, this is paying all of your bills, this is your full-time gig, you want to be booked and busy year round, then yes. If you're trying to scale your business, you're trying to grow your business, draw in more customers, then yes. If this is just your part-time gig, then and you just want to get your full rate when you do work, then take the time to relax. Don't bother undercutting yourself. If you're not trying to get more work than you already have, then don't give discounts at all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm very happy to chat about this, so leave me comments. I'll happily engage with you and get the conversation going about discounts, marketing. You got a question, just let me know down here. Don't forget to subscribe to this video and follow me on Instagram, Faye Smith Beauty.